So today I'm going to be taking a look at this little electric pump. It was sent to me at no cost, so I could do the review. Let's get it out of the box, see what it comes with, and check this thing out. So right out of the box, there's a couple things here that I see that I already like. I do have a couple pumps like this. They are really useful, super simple to operate. I mean, they really come in handy. But there are a lot of different brands and a lot of different styles out there for sale, and even a range of prices. Now this one has more than the last one I purchased. So it's got the pump, and that's nice. It comes with that. It has the area where you put the batteries and the on and off switch at the end. That is also, pretty normal. The difference is the one I bought last only runs off of D-size batteries. And personally, I don't really care for D-size batteries. I don't think they really last as long as they should, and they're just expensive. So what this does, it comes with these little like battery holders, and it lets you take a AA, 3 AA's actually, and you put it in here and it pretty much turns it into like a D-size battery. This looks like a D size, maybe a C size, but I think it's a D size battery size. And it comes with these two, so that way you can put AA's in here, which are very common, put them in here, and then you can run this off of that. Now, if you for some reason wanted to run this off of D, you probably could. You probably wouldn't have to use these adapters, but I will definitely be using these adapters. Then the next thing is it comes with 2 hoses. So the hoses, they slide on the end of here, but this thing comes with 2 of them. That's pretty important too, because I've noticed as these get older, they start to get a little brittle, especially if you're using this with like certain chemicals and you're not just pumping, water or something like that, or oil. If you're pumping like fuel, I've noticed that these can get brittle over time, and they can also start getting kind of stiff. And it takes a while to do that, and it's not usually that much of an issue, but the fact that this comes with 2, so if you have one that is doing that, you're literally doubling the life of this thing by having a second hose. And, probably doesn't cost that much to put this in here, so I really do like that and appreciate that they did that. Another thing is it comes with this. Now that might not sound like a big deal, but I tell you what, when you get one of these that doesn't have a clamp on it and all it has is the hose pushed on, and it does push on well, don't get me wrong, you probably can push this on and it will hold well. But I have personal experience with having the pump running and this popping off. And I don't like gas spewing all over me. So to have this there to help protect it and hold it on nice and tight, I mean, as you can see, it's going to hold it on. It's got these 2 little plastic ridges here that this would go in between. And I bet you I'd never have to worry about these hoses popping off at that point. So that to me is a big deal. You also don't want gas. Let's say you're filling up the gas tank on a piece of equipment and you're pumping it and the hose pops off. Now you're squirting gas all over the engine. Well, now you got to worry about cranking that thing up and if you're going to have an engine fire. Little things like this do matter. So let me get all this put together and I'm going to show you what I usually use these for. All right, so now I've got the batteries in there and I've got the hose connected. On and off switch in the top. This is usually what I'm doing with this pump. So I want to pump the fuel out of this larger heavy gas can right here, and either I would pump into a smaller gas can that would fit better in the mower or whatever I'm bringing gas to, or I would just have the mower parked right next to this to fill it up. But I'm going to show you how I would move it from this gas can to this gas can and how awesome that does. So now that I've got the pump down into the gas can, it does fit in your standard regular gas can hole openings and pretty much fits in any kind of opening that you would be putting gas in. So when I turn it on, it's going to pump pretty fast. It actually moves quite a bit of fuel or whatever liquid you're doing, and it will fill this little gas can up really quick. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing turned on. Now I do pull this out because you can create a siphon if you are pumping gas from a higher location to a lower location. So what will happen is even though you turn the pump off, the gas will continue to flow, because you have a siphon created at that point. So all you do is you pull the pump out, and that breaks the suction. And then you drain the rest of the line into the gas can, and you're good to go. And a lot of times if I'm moving it from a gas can, I'll put this back in a little bit, and then I'll slide the hose in like this, in case I need to come back and use it or fuel up something else. But what this does is it allows me to not have gas dripping out everywhere. And that's it. It works great for that. So much easier than just carrying or holding a gas can. I don't know if you've done it before, but holding a 5-gallon gas can full of gas upside down over your tank on your mower does get tiring, especially if you have a riding mower that takes that whole 5 gallons. This not only transfers it quicker, but it also saves your back. Anyways, I hope this information was helpful. Thank you very much for watching. Y'all take care.